Welcome to Evergreen Speedway's Home Track Heroes on CW11.
And welcome to episode number 3 of Home Track Heroes here from Evergreen Speedway. Steve Mortland here, along with Jeff Knight. And Jeff, another great night, great weather coming up ahead for the next 2 hours.
Great weather, great night, big racing tonight. Sprint cars on the track. We got the Hornets coming back for the third straight week. It's going to be some good shows tonight. Pro 4 trucks, a lot of racing ahead.
It's good. It's going to be a good time. And we also want to thank Granite Construction. They're the title sponsor for the Granite Super Sprint Series. Year number 2 of this series here at Evergreen Speedway. And you are going to be absolutely astounded by how great these guys are. So fast. Fastest
cars on the 3/8s, and it's going to be a good time.
We need to get you in one.
I figured that I'm a little too tall.
Understood. We also want to thank First Line Systems for being a presenting sponsor here tonight for the Granite Super Sprint Night here at Evergreen Speedway. We're going to be bringing you, like Jeff mentioned, the Interstate Battery Hornets, our Buzz-In Steakhouse Stinger 8s. Our Northwest Pro 4 trucks are back on a dry track this time. Should be really fun to watch them. And the Northwest Motorsports Street Stocks. So good crowds in the pits, good car counts tonight.
Car counts are good tonight. Weather's good tonight. Going to be some heat in the track. And so the reality is I think we're going to see some good racing, good temperatures, and the competition is going to be top-notch.
A great car count for our Interstate Battery Hornet division. So much so, we're going to bring you a 15-lap B main event. All of our main events tonight are going to be 30 laps. We kind of had to juggle some things around because of a threat of rain, so we could get the sprint cars in. But it's still an action-packed night, and we're so glad you guys are with us, and so thankful for CW11 for allowing us to be in your homes on a Sunday night. Another big part of what we do on Home Track Heroes is we have our friend Kyler Hope, and let's go down to him with some interviews coming up.
Thanks, guys. And back before the 2018 season, when the 3/8 mile got repaved, they added about 4 extra feet on the back straightaway, but that's not going to stop cars from sliding up into the dirt. Down here at Cameron Neisinger, the 2019 champion. Does that add any pressure going into the 2020 season?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's not too big of a weight on my shoulders, but the reality is we're here to do a job and we're going to win. So that's what we're out here to do.
So struggling a little bit with the car today. Is it trouble finding speed, or does track change from 2019, or you've been able to put a pin on the issue?
Well, it's hard to say exactly what the issue is. I mean, we took quite a hiatus from the race car and race shop and did some family things this winter, so we're still trying to work out some kinks that we should have worked out in the off season. But the reality is we just threw it on the scale, figured out what some of the issue was. We had a little bit, we didn't have enough cross in the car, so put a bunch more in, and hopefully that'll fix it.
Cameron Neisinger thinks he fixed the problem, moving to the main event. Down here with Ted Lindgren, completely rebodied the car, so a lot of work in the offseason moving to the 2020 season.
Yes, very much so. My team and I, Jim Lampinen, Adam Bahari, myself, Ted Lindgren, we put in a lot of work on this thing. We put a Gen 3 body on it, rear with a 19 nose. We think it came out perfect. I'm getting good reports, so it does. It looks good. Car's fast right now. We've learning a lot.
So with the new body and a fast car, does that give you a little bit extra confidence moving into 2020, or is it just all more excitement?
A little more confident, of course. Hopefully it can stay clean a little for a few races. For my thing, it's my team and learning. This is just our 3rd year of this, and it's pretty special to do what we're doing. It's just more seat time for me. My dad goes back in the day. I had a brother do this for a while, and it's been on my bucket list for quite some time, and we're doing pretty well. We are. It wouldn't be possible like I say, without my team, our families, our wives, company, American Image, AIHair.com, Don Sass, Amsoil, Performance Lube Synthetics. He can ship it right to your house. But this is awesome. It's cool. I'm so grateful to be out here for this season after that much work, too, that we put in the off season. So hopefully this can continue. Everybody can be safe.
A very excited Ted Lindgren rolling out for the main event. Down here with Doug and the daughter Haley. So a little bit of a family rivalry out on track. Do you think you guys race each other a little bit harder, or is it just another car out there?
If we don't race each other harder, we shouldn't be racing. There's a lot of competition between all of us in the family, including the boy when he races also. So that's what makes it a family affair.
And if it comes down to a last lap chance, are you going to wreck your dad for the win?
I might think about it, but I don't think I'd actually wreck him, no. both work on these things really hard, and I see all of it and show up to the shop. So to just wreck it for something like that, it would depend on the situation, really.
So, Doug, tell me a little bit more about these trucks. They're a little bit more unique. You don't really see these across the country.
No, these are a Pro 4 truck, so it's a 4-cylinder, any full-frame truck chassis. Ours are an S10. The greens are a Toyota. The 96, he is a Ford Courier, same with the 44. So it's whatever 4-cylinder chassis you can build it. And got to use some stock location points for parts, and a lot of us run a 2.3 motor. Other than that, it's pretty basic and simple. It's just like a 4-cylinder mini stock. Other than that, we run the mini stock tires. We run 9-inch rear ends. We can run quick changes. The only bad part about our class is you have to get full-size trucks and shrink them down to make them fit the size.
A very unique class indeed.
Thank you, Kyler. Great job. And like I had mentioned earlier, Jeff, one of the cool things that Kyler gets to do this year is meet some pretty outstanding people down there.
Absolutely. Being the pit reporter and going team to team to team. Those Pro 4 trucks are something else.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to them in a couple classes here.
Yeah, and Doug Wilkinson's going to have a pretty easy night tonight, too. Remember last week? Boy, he was in everything we ran, it seemed like. So good to have him back here. We have coming up for you a B main event for our Interstate Battery Hornets, and so cool to have Interstate.
16 Hornets in the B main,
nuts.
plus A main field. Fantastic showing. Way to go, teams.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun race to watch. 15 laps coming up. Interstate Batteries brings it to you. They've been with this series since virtually day one. And anytime you guys need anything battery-related wise, doesn't matter what you've got it in, get over to All Battery Sales and Service in South Everett. They will get you hooked up, and they will hook you up well. So thanks to Interstate Batteries for bringing this up. Jeff, let's bring up the lineup for our Hornet B main event.
Hey, starting on row 1, you got the 10H of Peyton Mayberry outside in the second starting position, the number 79 of Joe Weber. Row 2 on the inside is Ed Taylor in the 29 machine. Outside of him, the number 47 of Dylan Frazier. Row 3, Jackson Beckel in the 25. Outside of Jackson, Matt Lawson in the 26. You got Greg Hatch in row 4 on the inside, number 17. And outside of him, the 03 of Lucas Hausenfluck.
In car number 27 will be Tiffany Ingbaum. In the number 64 car is Deacon Postal. The 63 is driven by Charles Brewster. Matt Snyder in car number 15. Austin Kramer in the number 14 machine. In the number 32 is Chase Gardner. Robert Smith is behind the wheel of the 42 car. And Ron Powers rounds out the field in the number 4. And you can see the lights off now on our Evergreen Speedway Chevrolet pace car. And again, props to Speedway Chevrolet for getting behind this place again. Always providing us such really cool. And everybody, the pace car is cool when everyone wants to drive it.
Absolutely. I've had a chance to drive that pace car a few times around the 3/8.
I stole the pace car.
It's a good time. You stole it.
I did.
I'm glad you brought it back.
It was there. Keys were in it. What are you going to do?
Yeah. Hey, they're bringing it down the access road right here. Peyton will be setting the pace there up on the inside of row number 1. As the field kind of bunches up, we're going to get a green flag this time by.
Like Jeff mentioned, Peyton Mayberry on the front starting pole on this one. Joe Weber in the 79 will bring him to the start-finish line. And there it is, green flag, and we are underway as they are on the Evergreen Speedway road course for this B main event for the Interstate Battery Hornets. A great start by Mayberry in the 10H and Weber in the number 79 car. Everyone making it through in pretty good shape. And man, nice battle. Frazier, you just saw Joe Weber, who didn't really get quite the start he probably wanted to in that third spot, but a good breakaway up front.
It's all inside the first 3 rows. That first, third, and fifth place car. Now your top 3 going into lap number 2 here.
One lap complete. You just saw a car getting out of shape right there. It is, and that is the number 4 car of Ron Powers. And Ron will get that car back up underway and climb into the back of the field. Meanwhile, back up front, a nice string of Interstate Battery Hornets as they come across the start-finish line to complete lap number 2. Pretty much single file until you get right about there. What a battle there with the 17 making a dive bomb on the inside. Narrowly misses, getting creamed out by the Uke tire there. And they all make that nice left-hand turn. That's one of the things that's cool about this. You know, we've mentioned it the first night that we were doing this. Sometimes these guys don't know what course they're going to be on when they come into the back gate.
Yeah, they change it up all throughout the season, but this is the third week here they've been on this road course, and that battle from 4th through 11th right there, it's a gaggle of cars fighting for position.
Top 4 will move up into the A main event later on tonight if they choose to, but it will be a 4-car move up, which will make a really healthy A main event for the Interstate Battery Hornets here as we are 4 laps
we got one in
this.
the dirt down there. Looks like we got a shakeup in 1st through 3rd. We had one high on the track. Must have been some contact in the entry to 3 there.
2-car breakaway as they both make that hard left-hand turn onto the top part of the 3/8 course. We'll be seeing the 3/8 used as a racing track, the entire 3/8 tonight, with the Northwest Motorsport Street Stocks and the Granite Sprint Car Series running later on tonight. So good to see that thing get its full use here at Evergreen Speedway tonight and on CW11. 5 laps into our 15-lap B main event. Like we mentioned, 4 cars will move up as we see 1 car getting out of shape, but nice job getting turned back around. And
that was the 47 of Dylan Frazier, kind of got used up in that corner there. He got her straightened out, though, and getting back after it. You don't forget those things as a race car driver. When you get turned like that in the left rear or the right rear, you kind of remember that, save it for later.
Yeah, it's like a little slap. I always love that term. It got used up right there. That's just always been one of my favorites. There you see the 17 of Greg Hatch taking a look down on the inside. Coming up on the back end of the 15 car, Matt Snyder.
Oh, Dylan Frazier there got a little out of shape again. Got the bumper peeled off on that thing.
Another souvenir.
Everybody's digging, but it looks like we're going to have a caution. Lights are on the pace car there. Yeah, you got Dylan Frazier in the 47 there down, stalled out on the inside of the track. Oh, he's getting it rolling again, so that's good.
Yeah, don't know if he's got that thing under power or if it's just coasting down, but he's got the brakes applied to it, so they'll get out there and get him out of the way. Got to take a minute while we can and thank all of the people, and we don't really see them on TV a lot, but we always know they're here. The tow trucks that come out and help us out every night, and especially tonight with sprint cars, Cascade push trucks.
Absolutely. No
Huge.
Starters, no key in sprint cars. They got to get a push to get started.
Yep.
So, man, we're grateful for the Cascade push trucks. These guys put in so much time, energy, effort. Their cars are beautiful. Their trucks are beautiful, and they always keep us moving forward.
And the greatest bunch of people you'd ever want to meet.
Absolutely.
Okay, we're going to take a break here in the middle of our Interstate Battery B main event. Appreciate you guys tuning in to CW11 for Home Track Heroes at Evergreen Speedway.